Today's agenda, we're going to talk about the role of the paralegal, the technology threat, what is it actually, and what is the technology threat to lawyers and to our industry, and what is the technology threat specifically to paralegals. We're going to do a quick audit and talk about what is the technology available right now that you should be using in your firms, and we're going to talk about maybe each step. Those will prove to be opportunities for you that we'll discuss. And then we'll talk about your 2 secret weapons to defend against the technology threat. Becoming the expert and understanding your changing role and the changing role of humanity and connection in this ever-tech changing world that we're in. If you are paying attention to industry news at all, then you have been hearing about the death of lawyers, the role of technology, the growing competition for legal services, non-lawyer competition, online companies, CDLPs, certified legal doc preparers. Then we got artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, machine learning is this concept of cumulative knowledge improvement through data and machines becoming smarter and smarter and being able to do predictive analytics, anticipate our needs. It's not just a decision tree where information's plugged in. It's where your software gets smarter. Lawyers versus technology, you'll find that there are new algorithms out there when put to the test against lawyers. These algorithms outperform lawyers. Law is a buyer's market. Law will become commoditized. It already has. You can already get your wills on LegalZoom. I was talking to LegalZoom and I think they said that they form a company something like every 3 seconds. People who need divorces or wills or whatever can go to a certified legal document preparer who can prepare their documents and get them through the process. Couple all of that with mounting student loan debt, the latest information on lawyer wellness, which indicates that we are more prone to depression, to suicide, to burning out. And it would be easy to say that there's dark days ahead for the legal profession. I don't think the future of law is that dark. I don't think our profession is going to die. I don't think lawyers are going to become less important. And I don't think you as legal service professionals, non-lawyers, are going to become less important. I think you're going to become more important. I think we're going to get better at our jobs. And I think there's tremendous opportunity right now for us. There's been a ton of focus on how lawyers are going to lose their standing and lawyers are going down and they have to adapt. But there has been very, very little talk, at least in the world that I've been paying attention to, and I've been paying attention about how this will affect paralegals and non-lawyers. I mean, what that means, if lawyers are shifting from a model of 1-to-1 paralegals to up to 5 or 6-to-1, it means that there are fewer paralegal jobs. Lee Rosen is a law practice management consultant. He's widely read. He's very popular. He's very good. And he is telling lawyers to get rid of your paralegals and legal professionals. And he has said, if your paralegals are handling routine, easily automated tasks, you need to get rid of them. It doesn't make economic sense to keep you around. This is an industry leader talking to people like me who employ people like you. Do you have automated intake procedures? Do you have email campaigns that talk to your prospective clients, that task you to do follow-ups, that automatically reaches out on your behalf and multiplies your ability to talk to people? Does it reduce the amount of mental energy you have to spend on following up with people before they become your clients? Do you have systems in place that, and do you have designated people set aside to do intake so that you're not asking someone who's doing 20 things to answer the phone and be present for somebody in the middle of your shift? This is something to think about. Do you have marketing automation, drip campaigns set up through AdWords and lead generation systems like social media? Do you have offsite companies like a Ruby receptionist or some other company that is provided designated one-on-one concentrated attention to your prospective clients and your clients who are calling on the phone? They do a better job than somebody who's trying to do 20 things at once and then gets interrupted by the prospective client. This is a killer in law firms of profitability. Do you have a practice management system? Does that practice management system do things like manage your workflows, your contact management, your time tracking, Your invoicing, your payment collections, is that all automated? Does it go out automatically? Are the payments collected online? Are you processing payments by hand? Are you receiving checks that have to be manually input? Do you have document assembly systems within your practices? Does that document automation system talk to your contact management system so that the information from your contact management database is automatically input into the pleadings that you need? And are those pleadings smart enough to say, if it's his, then I'm changing everything to his. If it's hers, I'm changing everything to feminine. Do you have e-discovery systems set up in your law firms where your e-discovery software can pull out the relevant information that you need for responses or from the discovery that you've received in so that you can quickly and efficiently analyze the material that's come in? Or are people being paid to read through irrelevant materials? Do you have scheduling assistants? Are you doing automatic scheduling of appointments through something like Doodle, Calendly, or Amy, which is X.ai? These are systems that will schedule appointments for you. A link goes out, your client sees a calendar, they choose when they want to come in, they book the appointment. How many of your hours are spent on the phone trying to get a hold of someone to schedule a meeting for your attorneys? These are all affordable, available systems. None of these are systems that are like, would require your firm to make a massive investment. What about a portal? Is there a portal in use in your law firm that allows clients to either communicate in a secure fashion or upload documents to you so that you're not emailing to the legal secretary who downloads labels and uploads? Do you have a portal that allows people to log in, see their bills, and pay them online? Do you use outsourced virtual assistants? On call 24/7 all the time, ready to do whatever random tasks need to be done. Places like Magic, Fancy Hands, Fin, or Upwork are available to you. There are accounting firms and legal firms in India that will allow you to outsource your work to them. These people are easily accessible. They're not hard to find. They're readily available. They cost less than you do. They work 24 hours a day. Do you have workflows? Do you have automated workflows and approval processes so that you're not reacting to litigation? You're not reacting to your client calling you and reminding you that you owe them something, but there's a system in place where you can see everything. You know exactly what your caseload looks like, where each case is in the flow, and what you need to do next. Does that exist for you, or are you in reaction mode and you're hoping to remember everything on every case? Do you have an automated system for keeping your clients updated? Are you scanning all of your incoming and outgoing documents? Are you automatically reviewing things for important and dates? Are those calendared for you? Do you have tasks lists that allow you to, let's say, set a hearing and then everything that happens before that is auto-populated and auto-tasked? Are you using that? Do you have your systems and softwares talk to each other through something like Zapier or this, if this, then that? Are you using open APIs that your software has available to you to make things work better so that you're not entering data into duplicate systems all the time? And do you have internal communication? Chats like Slack or Google Chat. Do you have a way to text and chat with clients? How many of you, is there anyone in here who has all of those systems? I mean, I don't have all of those systems. If you did, you'd be the most valuable person to your firm. And that's the point. If you know this technology, you have the power to change your law firm and save your law firm money. Now, it's not the technology that's coming in to replace you. It's you being the most valuable person to your firm because you can say, you know what? We can save a whole lot of billable hours or non-billable hours or time. We can become more efficient with this. And here's how it works. And here are the various options. And the implementation looks like this. Now, who's the most valuable person in the room? If you knew all of these systems here, you would be a very, very valuable person. Figure out your firm's processes. Start with this. Don't start with the tech. Start with figuring out how your firm functions. How does a client come in? What does that process look like? Look at it closely. Break it down. Then you will see what's repetitive, what's redundant, what might I be able to do better with technology. Take one thing. What's your biggest problem? How can you fix your biggest problem? Doesn't matter if it's a landlord-tenant problem. It doesn't matter if it's a breach of contract problem. We're talking about human dynamics. Legal problems are problems between humans. What we lawyers bring to the table, the most important thing that our clients value is, yes, it's our information, but I'm a shortcut. I'm somebody she gets to trust. I'm somebody who can be an advocate and an ally and a friend, and that is why people see lawyers. People come see lawyers and pay us lots of money to take their problem and to understand them and to be their ally and be their advocate. And that's the limitation that a CDLP has. They can't go to court with you. They can't negotiate on your behalf. They can't even be in a mediation with you. And technology will never be able to do what this client and most clients value most. What we do and how we value our services needs to be reevaluated. Start with intake. Start with how you are talking to your clients or your potential clients when they come to you. Are you listening or are you talking? It's more important to be listening, really, really listening. So your key takeaway is that automation and intention are the keys to the future of law for lawyers and for paralegals. The tools are readily available to you. The ability to influence people in the humanity aspect is more art than science, and it will become more and more valuable as technology can do more and more legal work. If anyone can come into my office, and if every lawyer is using the software that issues spots and that brings up cases, then what's the difference between me and somebody else? This is what I think the key here is. Humanity first. Humanity is the most important thing we do, and it's getting more and more important, and it is worth taking time to think about because many of us burn out on the humanity piece. We get annoyed, we get frustrated, we get short, get irritated. We feel like this isn't really my job. Why am I stuck on the phone all day talking to clients when I could be working? Right? I want you to think about this a little differently after today. Maybe what you're doing on the phone is your job. Maybe it's more important than formatting pleadings. Analyze and understand your firm and your firm's systems. If you take the time to do this, just starting by one piece at a time. But if you understand these systems inside and out, and you start talking to the right people, and you start finding out who in your firm is paying attention to these things. Somebody is, I promise. Who are they? Get in their ear. Start talking to them. Start paying attention. Start learning about this technology. Identify your opportunities. Become your expert and embrace the change. That's all I have for today. Didn't even take the full hour. You can connect with me online, and now we have time for questions and answers. What are your ideas? What do you think about this?
I hope you found this video helpful. My name is Billy Terrasio. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions. I would be happy to help.